Most people don't realize it, but their minds are on autopilot. They follow routines, accept ideas without questioning, and react instead of truly thinking. But what if I told you that real growth, real transformation, begins when you learn to think for yourself? I've spent my life observing the way people think. I've seen brilliant minds trapped in limiting beliefs and quiet individuals rise to greatness simply because they chose to question the world around them. And so today, I want to share with you something that has changed my life. The mastery of critical thinking and how it can transform your mindset for ultimate personal growth. 1. The power of questioning everything. As a young man, I once had a mentor who told me, never accept a truth just because it is spoken with confidence. At first, I didn't understand what he meant. But as I grew older, I began to see how often we inherit beliefs from others, our families, teachers, society, without ever asking if they align with who we truly are. So, I began to ask questions. Why do I believe what I believe? Are my thoughts truly my own, or have they been shaped by the world around me? This simple habit, of questioning rather than accepting, was the first step toward mental freedom. I encourage you to do the same. Challenge your assumptions. When you hear an idea, don't just absorb it, examine it. Does it serve your growth, or does it limit you? 2. The art of detaching from emotional reactions. One of the greatest obstacles to critical thinking is emotion. We react before we reflect. We assume before we analyze. Have you ever been in an argument where, instead of listening, you were just waiting to respond? That is the mind on autopilot. There was a time in my life when I allowed anger to cloud my judgment. I would make decisions in the heat of the moment, only to regret them later. It wasn't until I learned to pause, to take a breath before reacting, that I started seeing situations with clarity. And that small pause changed everything. The next time you feel a strong emotion rising, anger, fear, frustration, pause. Ask yourself, is this feeling guiding me, or is it controlling me? This single act of mindfulness can shift your entire perspective. 3. The power of perspective, seeing beyond your own mind. Let me tell you a story. There was once a traveler who came upon a small village. He asked one of the villagers, "What kind of people live here?" The villager replied, "What kind of people lived in the last town you visited?" The traveler said, "They were selfish and unkind." The villager nodded and said, "You will find the same here." Later, another traveler came to the same village and asked the same question. The villager again replied, "What kind of people lived in the last town you visited?" The traveler smiled and said, "They were kind and generous." The villager nodded and said, "You will find the same here." You see, we don't see the world as it is. We see it as we are. The way we think shapes what we perceive. If you believe people are untrustworthy, you will notice betrayal everywhere. If you believe the world is full of opportunities, you will find them at every corner. So, ask yourself, what lens am I looking through? And is it helping me grow, or is it holding me back? 4. The gift of time, using thoughtfulness to make the most of life. There's one resource we can never get back, time. And yet, we waste it worrying about things that don't matter, holding onto grudges, and chasing after distractions. If you truly want to grow, you must become mindful of where your attention goes. I once met a man who spent years chasing wealth, only to realize he had sacrificed his health and relationships along the way. He told me, "I wish I had spent more time thinking about what truly mattered before it was too late." Don't wait until regret teaches you the value of time. Start today. Reflect on your priorities. Ask yourself, am I spending my time on things that enrich my soul or on things that drain me? The way you think about time will shape the life you live. 5. Becoming the master of your mind. Mastering critical thinking isn't just about questioning the world, it's about questioning yourself. It's about breaking free from automatic thinking, emotional reactions, and limited perspectives. It's about choosing to see life with clarity and intention. And so, I leave you with a challenge. The next time you face a problem, instead of reacting, pause. The next time you hear an idea, instead of accepting it, examine it. And the next time you find yourself stuck, instead of feeling defeated, ask, is there another way to see this? Because once you learn to master your thoughts, you will master your life. If this lesson resonated with you, take a moment to reflect. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're on the journey of growth, Don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom on self reflection, mindfulness, and personal development.